What's going on, gamers? So, Microsoft continues to dominate 2025 against their competitor PlayStation in the gaming sense, right? You just got to think about it. Now they announced Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4, not remastered, from the ground up remake, but it's not just a one-to-one remake. There's all sorts of new content. There's going to be crossplay, and of course, they're putting it on PlayStation. It's going to be coming to Nintendo Switch too, and Nintendo Switch. It's coming to PC, and it'll be on Game Pass day one. So we're not just talking about three, but we're talking about three and four. So that's two video games, more in-house first party. See, they're doing the right things with Activision, not just having it sit there being a Call of Duty factory, and all the employees are unhappy. So we see right off the bat that this year for Microsoft is absolutely astronomical for first party and in-house and as a publisher and as a pro consumer aspect as well added in on top of just the service quality that they're providing. Over there recently, as we found out, PlayStation, more layoffs happened. And they even had some layoffs at Sony been unbelievable after thinking that, think about this. You denied Days Gone too, and now you're doing more layoffs. All the mistakes that are happening, and you still have people over there in the PlayStation land trying to look over here at Xbox's mistakes and trying to make it seem like that's where the problem's at. And I think we know, one of the names, obviously, Reforge is one of them, and a lot of other ponies who want to defend things. But I mean, just look at this year for Microsoft. It's incredible. Let's get into this. Congratulations again for Tony Hawk for getting more of the spotlight in the gaming industry. He deserves it. The guy's a legend. So let's go down here. As we see, launches July 11th, right? I mean, their lineup is just consistent. If we start all the way back to fall last year, they're consistently dropping games consistently, keeping the show going. This is the greatest run you've seen Microsoft have. What a turnaround, right? As a brand, we're talking about the Xbox brand, what it's doing for gamers, right? What you're benefiting from every day. The Shred's not dead. Classic and new skaters, parks, music. See what it says? Classic and new skaters, new parks, new music, and more join in the next gen remake of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 to 4. Pre-order now to access the Foundry demo in June. So there's going to be a demo. Get hyped for the legendary return of the Birdman himself in the next gen remake of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 to 4, arriving on PlayStation 4 and Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Shred the original parks with a classic roster of skaters, joined by new park skaters and tricks in a remake of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. So there's also new tricks coming in too. Like I said, it's not a one-to-one. Career mode, cross-platform multiplayer, enhanced creation tools, new game plus, and more. Alert the neighborhood and grab your skate buddies because the Shred's not dead. It's back and better than ever. Right? So going down here, we have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 drops on July 11th. Drop back into action skating again. I mean, look how good it looks. It looks incredible. Everything you love is back and rebuilt from the ground up with new skaters and parks, extra tricks, and new tricks or tracks, both right, to crank up. Skate through a robust career mode, taking on challenges across two tours. We know how great that was. I mean, I go back all the way to PS1, Game Boy Advance, and Tony Hawk 64. Playing going all the way up to America's Most Wanted. I played them all, even the BMX games. So robust career mode, taking on challenges across two tours, chase high scores in single sessions and speed runs, or chill out and dig in the map and free skate. Cross-platform online multiplayer supports up to 8 players at a time. Go head-to-head or take your time and skate every surface in the multiplayer free skate. Whether you're a casual skater or a grungy pro, the smooth handling and simple-to-learn controls from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are back in 3 and 4, so you'll be ready to go no matter what. So we see classic and new parks right here. Screenshots look incredible. The parks from Pro Skater 3 and 4 have been authentically remade in jaw-dropping 4K resolution with streamlined goals in a 2-minute format. Plus, tear it up with new parks including Water Park with its grindable guides and drained-out lazy river that's perfect for vert trick combos as we see right there. It's a brand new map. It's cool that they're doing that. New Game Plus, shred harder than ever. New Game Plus, retain the stats you earned in your first playthrough, and perfect your skills across every peak in the game. New skaters, tracks, zones, as we see right here, added in. Pro Skater 3 brings the perfect mix of classic and new, adding new skaters to the lineup and new tricks to discover. Create your own skater with an in-depth customization options for hairs, tattoos, makeups, and more. Pick your skater. Let me turn on my light. There we go. Pick your skater's name, hometown, and skating style and start making a name for yourself. An in-game tutorial led by Tony Hawk himself will get you off to a good start with lessons on the all-important ollie, kickflips, vert tricks, grinds, reverts, manual special tricks, and everything you need to become a high-score skater. All while rocking out to songs from original soundtracks and new music. And then Skate and the Foundry demo. This is the demo that's actually coming out. Yeah, let me turn that on. There we go. Pre-order Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 on select platforms to skate in the Foundry demo in June, including 2 playable skater parts and a selection of songs. Players who pre-order the game will get instant access to the in-game wireframe Tony shader at launch, giving a wild new look to the legendary skater. So, what's also badass that's also coming in here is the Doom Slayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 to 4 Doom Slayer Digital Deluxe Edition. As we know, that's something that's going on with in-house at Microsoft, since they have Bethesda as well. So you got the Doom Slayer skater, you got the Revenant skater, which I think is really cool. That you have that hoverboard out of there, and if you pre-order, you get like all these different Doom skate styles, which I think is cool, and you get bonus in-game music. I mean, how sick is that, right? Doom Slayer, right? Additional music. That's kind of like the headbanging type metal stuff, which kind of fits in the Doom world. Collector's edition for the Ultimate Skaters, if you want to get into that. And then we have the trailer right here, which I'm not going to play the music because we know that's copyrighted. So just as we talk about things, we could just kind of see a bit of gameplay here. Uh, you see the ray tracing reflections right there, that next-gen remake, water coming on the screen. I mean, it looks beautiful. And this is just 1080p, by the way. So, yeah, I mean, back in the days, guys, remember trying to bust your 900s and you kept on falling down when you were trying to get that down. It's like, man, getting a 900 was not easy. How many times you had to spin and come down and land perfectly? It's like, oh man, used to have all these competitions. And I was talking with people the other day about the finger skate boards. Remember those, the finger boards? We used to do the tricks with your finger. People would get a lot of those. And then there was ways to kind of like make sure they were smooth. And I would bring them up in school and get in trouble for that. A lot of people would take them out. Yeah, that was a thing back in the days. So it's just nice seeing this. I mean, when you think about the Xbox lineup too for 2025, um, it's amazing. So I think people are being disingenuous when they can't say that Microsoft is not having a better year than PlayStation. I mean, you just got to think about gaming content, services being pro-consumer, um, and they're not even charging full price for this. It's like what, 49.99, whatever, and you're getting 2 games here from the ground up, remade next gen with new tracks, new tricks, everything, crossplay, all of that. Right? Like I said, you can just play it on Game Pass if you want. So, and there's also early access for 3 days, which we know. I mean, let's just go ahead and think about, how Xbox is for 2025, right? Avowed, South of Midnight, Towerborn, Doom the Dark Ages, Sony Xbox Skater 3, Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2, Call of Duty. I mean, he's like, man, I'm hungry. I want to play the food, but Microsoft's giving this to everybody. Right? Yeah, we eating good at Sony is in such disarray that Microsoft's coming over there handing them some plates of food. "Oh, don't worry, I cooked for you too. You know what I mean? You know, because your base is over there starving. So, uh, boys got to eat, right? This is a funny picture, I have to admit. So damn good with a lineup. Oblivion remake. Yeah, that could be happening too. And also the Gears of War remaster collection, and that could be coming to PlayStation as well, along with to Nintendo and to PC, right? And we already know how good Game Pass is. This is just their games. We're talking about a potential 10 game lineup because Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. So here we go: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 2 games. 7, 8, 9. That's 9 games right there. Not even including the day one games they be dropping on Game Pass that they get, like, you know what I mean? The games that are also going to be coming from Activision, the games they get from third party publishers, you know what I mean? Like, you have to think about Sniper Elite that already dropped on Game Pass, right? You got to think about Wu Chang just dropping on Game Pass day one. Expedition Claire 33 dropping day one, Atomfall dropping day one, and there are going to be more coming out along the year. Like they already put Madden on there, Far Cry. Like they consistently do that. Sony does it monthly, Microsoft does it weekly, and they give you day one games. It's really not a comparison when you think about it. When we talk about from a gamer perspective, like what are you doing for me? You know what I mean? What are you doing for the gamer, right? And there's no contest. They're beating them in everything besides hardware. But Sony with hardware is not going to give you gaming content to play. What are they doing for you? That's what I try to ask people. You know what I mean? This is not a console war thing. This is seeing the differences of benefits that you will be getting from each. You know what I mean? And I'll be playing them on PC on my max settings with my Xbox controller. I can turn on my Series X too, whatever, and play it there if I want as well. And definitely with first party, the great thing about Xbox Two is that the Play Anywhere is there. I can go do my save right there. If I want to move around and go to another house or visit a family member or travel around, I can bring my laptop with me, get online with that, and continue my play anywhere. And I don't have to rebuy the game again. That's pro consumer. See what I mean? And you'll be getting all that with the Xbox first party games. You also had Ninja Gaiden 2 Black as well, drop day one on Game Pass. I mean, so that's another game at hand. When you just think about it, like I don't see how PlayStation would be better than Xbox this year. It's not possible, right? We're talking about the brand. What are you doing as a publisher, as a developer, and what are you doing for your base, for the gaming community? They're benefiting all of the gaming communities, right? Because it's like, okay, if you're not going to come to this platform, I'm going to have to come to you, and everybody knows this. That's why Sony goes to PC. Microsoft's been went to PC, and they're also going to PlayStation now, and they'll be going to Nintendo along with Sony. Both will. What else are you to do? It's the smart thing to do. You know what I mean? Games are too expensive now, and with Sony over there canceling everything and laying off so many people, and not bringing back much operating income, though they're bragging about revenue sales, but it's like, yeah, but that's other people's success. You took like 7% of that, 93% they all took. It's like you don't take much of your hardware profit. AMD gets all of that. You know what I mean? Then Walmart gets their chunk, Target gets their chunk, Best Buy gets their chunk, Amazon gets their chunk, Costco gets their chunk. You see what I mean? So it's like, where are they making their money at? They have to go to PC, or they're not going to be making the money they want to make. They can't be exclusive anymore. They can't be first party. They have to be third party, multi platform. So that's what people don't understand when we speak about hypocrisy here. It's like you're doing the same thing, but just you're putting it over there instead of on Xbox. But you're still putting your game off your platform somewhere else. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Enough with the clown and pony show. So, or dog and pony show, right? Dog clown pony show, whatever. It's all the same thing at the end of the day. How some people want to say people are astroturf, but it's like, no, I'm telling how it is. You know what I mean? So yeah, the lineup for Microsoft, like in the past 6 to 7 months, has been really good for gamers. Like they gave us Stalker 2, you know what I mean? Microsoft Flight Simulator. They gave you Call of Duty Black Ops. They gave you Indiana Jones. They gave you Avowed. You got South of Midnight coming. You got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater around the corner. You got Towerborn. You got Doom coming not too long from now. You know what I mean? It's a consistent Ninja Gaiden day one. You're getting something every single month, and you're consistently getting news that is benefiting you. They're not canceling anything. None of that. It's just g- gaming and being a good publisher and developer, right? So, like I said, at this point, if people still want to bash the Xbox brand, I think at this point, then it's just them not being intellectually honest and having the audacity and integrity to be honest as a gamer, right? Not representing a brand, but saying, what are you doing for me as a gamer? Because you can get those benefits too without even having the console. You can get it on PC. You can get it on PlayStation. You know what I mean? So it's like you're doing more for me if you're a PlayStation fan, right? You're doing more for me than Sony is doing for me. They're being anti-consumer. They're canceling games. All the studios that I cared about and wanted games for, I'm not getting anything from them, right? So that's what I want people to say. Tell me, what is Sony doing for you this year, and what did they do for you last year? When I say them, what did their publishing and development do? Don't grab other people's games because they're going to want to go do that. No, 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 don't grab other developers' games. Tell me what they're doing for you and for the gaming. You can't. The only thing you're gonna do is probably what are you gonna say Astro Bot? Don't tell me that because not even barely 2 million people bought that, right? And you're supposed to have 75 million that's shipped, not sold, obviously. That's not how many people are actually online. So no, I don't want to hear anything about that because you could beat that in 10 hours. But even then, like I said, only what 1% of the base, if even, you know what I mean? So and 70% of Helldivers was on PC. It's a success, even though I'll give credit where that's due. You know what I mean? Because they have the IP. But I love Stellar Blade, but that I give credit to Shift Up Corporation. You know what I mean? They were amazing with that, and I hope that one day Xbox players get to play that. But if not, hey man, you got PC, and then if Microsoft gets that Steam hybrid, you'll be able to get it there. But Tony Hawk, yeah, it's a legendary game back in the day. So I'm very happy to see this. And like I said, Microsoft getting Activision was a good thing. You want to know why? Because they're strengthening the Western forefront. Once again, this is an American thing. You see what I mean? They're doing American things. Doom, Tony Hawk, Call of Duty, anything with Bethesda like Elder Scrolls about that's all Western forefront. The Western forefront needs to be strengthened in the gaming community. The Japanese community has been carrying it for too long. Everybody knows this. What is everybody playing right now? Monster Hunter. And it was Elden Ring. You know what I mean? All those games, Zelda Breath of the Wild, like it's been a lot of Japanese carrying. China's coming in a little bit too. South Korea's stepping up a little bit too, but they haven't done enough to, say that they could do that yet. They have a lot more. We want to see the balance between the Western and the Eastern gaming community or gaming development departments to be in sync like it used to back then when it was really, really golden. That's coming back. We could see that now. So that's the thing that I like that Microsoft's doing is that they're strengthening that because it needs to be strengthened. Sony's messing up, so they need to readjust and reorganize. We know that's happening, but let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. All right, y'all. Peace out. Great day. And skaters, I know you guys are looking forward to this. 'Cause y'all wanted the next skate, but hey, we got this. So 2 games. Like I said, think about it. Ponies, you sit down.